So today the lecture will be on horticulture, the basic introduction part. Now the whole agriculture science is divided into two major parts, that is animal science and plant science. Now again plant science is divided into three major crops, that is agronomy, horticulture and forestry. Now we will study horticulture in this lecture. The horticulture is consist of two Latin words. First is hortus, that means enclosure or garden, and the second one is cultura, that means cultivation. So basically horticulture is the cultivation of garden. So horticulture is considered as the branch of agricultural science which deals with the cultivation of the enclosure, that is garden. We have different branches of horticulture. First one is pomology. Pomology is, in simple words, it means the study of fruits. Pome is a type of simple fleshy fruit, example apple. So the word pome is taken as a fruit over here. So pomology is the study of fruit production. Olericulture is the cultivation of Oleracea, but normally we use vegetable. So olericulture is the cultivation of vegetables. Pomology was the cultivation of fruits or study of fruit production, and olericulture is considered as the study of vegetable production. Now we will study the difference between fruits and vegetables. Fruits are generally perennial and vegetables are mostly annual and biennial. Perennial means which complete their life cycle in more than 2 years, and biennial means which complete their life cycle in 2 years, and annuals are the plants which complete their life cycle in 1 year. In biennials we have two phases, that is the vegetative phase and the reproductive phase. Fruits are generally used as fresh, we don't need to cook them, but vegetables are generally consumed after cooking. That is why they are used as a part of meal. Fruits are generally acidic in nature, whereas vegetables, they are mostly alkaline in nature. Third is floriculture. Floriculture deals with the production and maintenance of all the flowering foliage plants for ornamental as well as for domestic purpose. Fourth one is fruit and vegetable preservation. It deals with the different principles and methods of fruit and vegetable preservations like jam, jelly, pickle, squash, nectar. All this comes under fruit and vegetable preservation. Landscaping. Now landscaping, earlier it was under the class floriculture only, but now it has been categorized into a different category. Landscape is an area either big or small which is possible or desirable to mold a view or design. Basically landscaping का मतलब होता है किसी भी लैंड के पोर्शन को हमें डिज़ाइन करना है ताकि उसको हम इम्प्रूव कर सकें. So the art of designing is known as landscaping. Sixth is spices and plantation. So the science of the production of spices and plantation is known as spices and plantation group. Next is post-harvest technology. Anything which increases the life after harvesting is called as post-harvest technology. Now is the daily requirement of fruit and vegetables. Fruits 85 to 90 gram per capita per day. Vegetables is 290 to 300 gram per capita per day. For oil content it is 20 to 30 gram per capita per day, and cereals it is 470 to 480 gram per capita per day. Now we will study classification of horticulture crops based on their duration, climatic requirements and season. So first category is annuals. Annuals, as I told you earlier, are the crops which complete their life cycle within 1 year, like tomato, okra, cucurbitaceous plants, watermelon, muskmelon, chrysanthemum. All these plants are considered under annuals. Biennials are those crops which normally require second year to complete their life period. They have two phases. First is vegetative phase and the other one is reproductive phase. And this reproductive phase is generally completed in the second year. Example, carrot, beetroot, onion, cabbage. Mostly the cool season vegetables, they are considered under this biennials. Now perennials are those crops which take more than 2 years to complete their life cycle. Perennials are of two types, herbaceous and woody. Herbaceous are those plants which have soft and succulent stems, and top portion of crops perish but revive again, like your pointed gourd, ivy gourd, asparagus, yam. All these are herbaceous perennial. Woody ones are of three types: trees, shrubs and creepers. Trees are those crops which have upright trunk, example mango, bale. Shrubs, they don't have one main or single stem or a clear trunk, but they have number of branches which arise from the ground. Example is bougainvillea, ixora, rose, etc. Creepers, such crops have creeping habits. Example grapes, passion, flower. These are known as creepers. Now on the basis of climatic requirement, we have temperate. Temperate crops are those in which the temperature falls below the freezing point. They shed their leaves during winter and they enter into a rest period. They are generally deciduous. Temperature range between 7 to 13 degrees Celsius. Example is apple, pear, peach, plum, walnut, chestnut. All these are temperate fruits. Subtropical, they have intermediate in characters between temperate and tropical. Such crops are usually evergreen but deciduous. Such crops tolerate mild winter up to the frost stage. Then we have examples include citrus, lychee, pomegranate, and the temperature range for them is 13 to 18 degrees Celsius. Then the third class is tropical fruits. Tropical fruits, they require hot and humid climate and they are evergreen. Evergreen means they don't shed their leaves in nature and they can't withstand freezing temperature. Generally, chilling injury occurs in tropical fruits if they are exposed to low temperature. Temperature range is 18 to 24 degrees Celsius for them. Example is banana, coconut, cashew nut, coffee, pineapple, mango, guava, papaya, sapota, custard apple. All these are tropical fruits. Then on the basis of season, we have summer season, rainy season and winter season. Summer season is March to May. In this, cucurbits, muskmelon, watermelon, these crops grow in summer season. In rainy season, we have bhindi, chili, snake gourd and beans, and the season is June to October. Winter season, the season is November to February. Example includes cabbage, cauliflower, nolkhol, salvia. Chilling requirement, it is the requirement of low temperature below 7 degrees Celsius to complete physiology of plant for better vegetative growth, flowering and fruiting. Example includes pear, peach, plum, walnut. Now fruits can be classified on the basis of their natural growth, climatic factors, family, cotyledons, botanical part, parts consumed and ripening. On the basis of ripening and parts consumed, that is the most important for storage and handling. So first we have on the basis of natural growth, that is fruit trees, small fruits, herbaceous fruits. In fruit trees, we have the fruits which are produced on tree, example mango and lychee. Small fruits include which are produced on vine or shrub like grape and blueberries. Herbaceous fruits, such fruits are produced on herbaceous or perennial herbs. Example is banana, strawberry and pineapple. Then on the basis of climatic requirement, we have already studied. We have temperate, subtropical and tropical fruits. On the basis of cotyledon, we have monocots and dicots. Monocots, we have banana, pineapple, date palm, coconut. In dicot, we have mango, papaya, guava, citrus, cashew, pistachio, jackfruit. On the basis of ripening, we have climateric fruits and non-climateric fruits. In simple words अगर हम समझे तो climateric fruits वो होते हैं जो हार्वेस्टिंग के बाद भी पकते हैं एंड नॉन क्लाइमेट्रिक फ्रूट्स वो होते हैं जो हार्वेस्टिंग के बाद नहीं पकते हैं. इन क्लाइमेट्रिक फ्रूट्स रेस्पिरेशन रेट अब्रप्टली इंक्रीजेज एट राइपनिंग. राइपनिंग के वक्त इसमें रेस्पिरेशन रेट इंक्रीज होता है, इथाइलिन भी इंक्रीज होता है और ये फटाफट से पकना शुरू हो जाते हैं. सो देयर इज अ राइज इन द क्लाइमेट्रिक पीक. Such fruits are rich in carbohydrates and produce high level of endogenes like ethylene at ripening. During respiration, sugar disappears with uptake of oxygen and production of carbon dioxide and water and energy as heat. Example includes banana, papaya, mango, sapota, bale, passion fruit. All these fruits belong to climateric fruits. Non-climateric means in which the rate of respiration that does not increase at the time of ripening. So non-climateric are those in which there is no ripening after harvesting. In these fruits, there is low carbohydrate content and it produces low level of ethylene during ripening and harvesting and are harvested at their ripening. Example includes all the citrus group and pineapple, cherry, grape, strawberry. These are included in non-climateric fruits. Now on the basis of fruit morphology, we have simple fruits. In simple fruits, we have different categories like balosta in case of pomegranate, amphisacra for bale or wood apple, capsule for amla and carambola, drupe or stony in mango, bear, jamun, peach, plum, coconut, cherry, cocoa, coffee, berry in case of banana, papaya, grape, guava, pome in case of apple, pear, locust, hesperidium for citrus, pepo for watermelon. Pepo in all the cucurbits, we have this fruit morphology as pepo. Nut for cashew nut, lychee, chestnut, walnut and almond. Aggregate fruit. Aggregate fruit means which are formed by the inflorescence of different inflorescence of the same flower. They aggregate into a one fruit, that is known as aggregate fruit. We have custard apple, strawberry and raspberry in this case. Then we have multiple fruit. Multiple fruit In this we have cinchonous in case of fig, sorosis for jackfruit, pineapple, mulberry and breadfruit. The main difference in aggregate fruit and multiple fruit is that in case of aggregate fruit, it formed after the ovaries of one single flower, and in multiple fruit, it is the aggregation of the different flowers. So this is the difference between aggregate fruit and multiple fruit. Now on the basis of the parts consumed, in custard apple, the edible part is fleshy pericarp plus pedicel. For apple, pear, strawberry, locust, it is thalamus, and generally they are known as false fruit because the edible part is not obtained from the ovary. In case of guava, we have thalamus and pericarp. For grape, it is pericarp and placenta. For pear, avocado and date palm, we have pericarp. Karonda, plum, peach, falsa, jamun, we have epicarp plus mesocarp. In case of mango, papaya, sapota, tamarind, passion fruit, we have mesocarp. In case of bale, it is placenta. In case of fig, it is receptacle. For coconut, it is the endosperm. In case of mulberry, it is the fleshy calyx. For lychee, we have fleshy aril. Pomegranate, fleshy testa, that is the juicy aril. Pineapple, bracts plus perianth. Jackfruit, bract, perianth plus seed. Cashew nut, peduncle plus cotyledon. Citrus, juicy placental hairs. In case of banana, apricot and amla, it is mesocarp plus endocarp. So you should know the edible part. Now we have on the basis of family, very important, you should know the classification of fruits based on their family. So general name is mango, botanical name is Mangifera indica, it belongs to the family Anacardiaceae. Cashew nut, Anacardium occidentale, again belonging to the family Anacardiaceae. Custard apple, Annona squamosa, belonging to family Annonaceae. Karonda, Carissa carandus, Apocynaceae. Pineapple, Ananas comosus, Bromeliaceae. Guava, Psidium guajava, Myrtaceae. Jamun, Syzygium cumini, Myrtaceae. Papaya, Carica papaya, Caricaceae. Jackfruit, Artocarpus heterophyllus, Moraceae. Fig again belong to the family Moraceae. Then mulberry, Morus alba, belonging to the family Moraceae. Grape, Vitis vinifera, Vitaceae. Banana, Musa paradisiaca, belonging to the family Musaceae. Amla belongs to the family Euphorbiaceae. And these temperate fruits, apple, pear, peach, plum, cherry, almond and apricot, they belong to the family Rosaceae. Locust, again, it is a subtropical fruit belonging to the family Rosaceae. Strawberry, Rosaceae. Date palm, Palmae family because it is a palm, or you can also say Araceae. Sweet orange, this is a citrus group belonging to the family Rutaceae. Bale, it is not a citrus fruit, but again it belongs to the family Rutaceae. Then we have lychee, belong to the family Sapindaceae, that is also known as the soapberry family. Camara, Avaroha carambola, it belongs to the family Oxalidaceae. This is known as carambola. Walnut belongs to the family Juglandaceae. Falsa, Tiliaceae. Pomegranate, Punicaceae. Bear is Rhamnaceae. Carambola contains high amount of oxalic acid also, so you should know the family Oxalidaceae. Now botanical classification of vegetables. In vegetables also we have monocot, dicot and monocot and dicot. Monocot we have onion, garlic, asparagus and elephant foot yam, and all the other vegetables like amaranthus, beetroot, cabbage, cauliflower, cucumber, melons, peas, beans, carrot, coriander, they all belong to the dicot family. Only the monocot family is onion, garlic, asparagus and elephant foot yam. Now the botanical name and the family of different vegetables. Okra, in which the fruit is used as an edible part. Abelmoschus esculentus, belonging to the family Malvaceae. Potato, Solanaceae. Tomato, brinjal and sweet pepper and chili, it belongs to the family Solanaceae. Peas, it belongs to the family Leguminaceae. All these are the legume crops that belongs to the family Leguminaceae, like peas, French bean, dolichos bean and cluster bean. And cowpea also belongs to the family Leguminaceae. Fenugreek, Trigonella phenogrecium, it belongs to the family Leguminaceae. Drumstick, Moringa oleifera, belongs to the family Moringaceae. Carrot, Daucus carota, belongs to the family Umbelliferae or Apiaceae. Coriander, again Apiaceae. Celery, Apium gravulans, Umbelliferae family. Now this is a coal crops, that is cabbage, cauliflower, knoll, cole, Brussels sprouts. They belong to the family Cruciferae or Brassicaceae. Now we have sprouting broccoli, again crucifers, that is Brassicaceae family. Then radish also belongs to the family Cruciferae. Then we have turnip. Again, turnip belongs to the family Cruciferae. This is wrong. It belongs to the family Cruciferae only. Then this is cucumber, muskmelon, long melon, snap melon, watermelon, round melon, pumpkin. They are all cucurbits belonging to the family Cucurbitaceae. Then we have bottle gourd, bitter gourd, sponge gourd, ridge gourd, pointed gourd, snake gourd, ash gourd, ivy gourd, squash, winter and summer. All again belong to the family Cucurbitaceae. Then we have amaranthus belonging to the family Amaranthaceae, beetroot, Chenopodiaceae, palak, again Chenopodiaceae, spinach, Chenopodiaceae, but now this has been changed into Amaranthaceae. Lettuce is Compositae family, onion, garlic, Aliaceae family, bulb crops, taro, Araceae, elephant foot yam, Araceae, great yam, that is Dioscoriaceae. Then bay leaf, Lauraceae family, asparagus, that is Liliaceae family. Then general classification on the basis of the acid. In case of malic acid, we have apple, banana, cherry, plum, melon, carrot, lettuce. All they contain malic acid. Generally, your temperate fruits, they have malic acid in them. For citric acid, we have citrus, guava, pear, pineapple, berries, tomato, beetroot, leafy vegetables and legumes. Now, the compound responsible for aroma in different crops. In banana, the green banana, it contains hexanol. Ripe banana contains eugenol and overripe contains isopentanol. In case of apple, we have for ripe one ethyl 2-methyl butyrate and for green one it is hexanol. In case of lemon, we have citral. For orange, we have allicin. Grapefruit, it contains nutacatone, and cucumber, it contains non-adenal. In cabbage, the raw one contains allyl isothiosulfonate and cooked one contains dimethyl disulfide. Onion have allyl propyl disulfide, garlic have diallyl disulfide, radish have isothiocyanate, potato contains dimethyl pyrazine. Now, according to Ballet, vegetable farming is broadly divided into home scale and commercial farming, depending on the mode of disposal of the produce. Thompson and Kelly suggested the following types of vegetable farming. First one is home or kitchen gardening. In this case, the growing of vegetable crops is in the residential houses to meet the requirement of the family. मतलब अगर आप घर में gardening कर रहे हैं to meet the requirement of the family, that is called as home or kitchen gardening. In case of market gardening, that is for the production of vegetables for the local market, according to the demand of the market. This one is intensive type or extensive type. Truck gardening is extensive type. The word truck is derived from the French word trocure. This is the extensive type of gardening where growers is specialized in one or two crops and grows in larger quantities for distant market. Garden for vegetable forcing. In this type of farming, it is adopted to grow vegetables out of the normal season in special structures like glass house, cold frames, hotbeds. Like generally in case of cucurbits, this vegetable forcing is done. Then we have garden for vegetable processing. Processing purpose के लिए हम tomato, potato, chili, all these vegetables are used for processing purpose, and this is generally done in the processing factories. For seed production, this is adopted in a large area like truck gardening for the production of seeds. Floating gardening, first of all a floating base is prepared with some grass like typha is used in this case. After that, compost and other organic matters are spread over it and seedlings are transplanted. Now the nutritive value of fruits and vegetables. Vitamin A, highest in mango followed by papaya. In vegetables, highest is found in bathua followed by colocasia. Vitamin B1 thiamine in fruits, it is highest in cashew nut followed by walnut, and in vegetables it is in chilies. Riboflavin is highest in bale followed by papaya and lychee. Ascorbic acid highest in Barbados cherry followed by amla. Then in case of calcium, we have highest calcium in lychee and karonda. Phosphorus highest in almond followed by cashew nut and walnut. In case of vegetables, highest phosphorus is in amaranthus. Iron highest in dry karonda. Carbohydrates highest in raisins followed by apricot. In vegetables, it is highest in tapioca followed by sweet potato and then potato. Don't get confused in potato and tapioca. Highest carbohydrates is in tapioca. Protein highest in cashew nut. and followed by almond. In case of vegetables, highest in lima bean, followed by pea and cowpea. Fat is highest in walnut, followed by almond. That's all about the introduction of horticulture.